Hey y'all and welcome. I'm your host Colleen Puckett, and today with me is my husband Derek Puckett.
Hello.
What's the name of your podcast?
The F word foster care.
It's their story of why the state put their children in foster care.
And they told us that they were there because there had been some allegations made that I was starving our children, which was very ironic given that they showed up while I was cooking this ginormous home-cooked meal for my children.
And the last thing I can actually remember is looking up at the staircase. And my sister was there with my babies. And at that point, I just lost touch with reality because I didn't know, I couldn't function. I didn't know how to breathe.
Never once during our case did it feel like it was reunification. It was the whole time. It just felt like you're never getting them back. Not family friendly at all.
No.
The Pucketts have lived the help that harms, the roadblocks created by our child welfare system that make it difficult for parents to prove their innocence after being accused of abuse. Even though the Pucketts had the resources to fight and get their children back, their family wears the scars.
I mean, my kids weren't going to be removed to begin with. But
What do you think changed?
I think the liaison at the hospital is what changed. It was child abuse pediatrician, liaison, and leadership from DFACS all talking, but not talking to the family and the children and the people, like the investigators who actually are working with us, who have contact with us, who have spoken to us and our children.
The child abuse pediatrician that determined your children were being starved, were not being properly fed. Did they meet your children?
No.
Did they meet you?
No.
After they were away for a year, did they gain a lot of weight?
No. They had the smallest amount of weight gain and growth in their entire lives that year. And they came home on all the same medications and then some, and with all the same diagnoses that they went into care with.
The Pucketts never faced criminal charges, and the girls have now been back home for 11 years.
There you go.
Pass the baby.
The family has since grown, and the experience has inspired a new job.
Being the first parent navigator in Georgia, where I'm able to now mentor parents who are in the system for all sorts of allegations and help them walk through the system to reunification.
It is a position created by the defense attorney that reunited her family. It is through that job
Remember, watch your fingers, okay?
we met Stephen and Yasmin Glenn.
There we go.
This is outside time. Y'all keep riding.
Remember, don't go past the car.
This is when everybody gets home from school. When I get home from work, come outside of all the days, feel nice. We can sit out here, enjoy them playing, have small talk.
After being accused of abuse, it took more than 2 years for the Glenns to get their kids back.
843 days in the system. Like, we even had conversations of what does that mean for us if they don't come back? Or what is it gonna look like if we have to keep going for a couple more years?
Mm-hmm.
And those were tough conversations to have.
The loss of their children snowballed into the loss of Stephen's job.
Working helps keep your mind off of things because you don't want to stew on it all day. So
Yeah.
you keep yourself busy, but when you can't work, to keep yourself busy, you're stuck in an empty, quiet house.
I had a couple months where I didn't leave this house.
It's not healthy.
Yeah,
It's
I had
quiet.
groceries delivered. I would not go outside of this house. There was nothing for me outside of this house.
Both families echoed concerns that the child welfare caseworkers seemed to listen and care while talking privately. But by the time everyone got to court, something had changed.
We have case managers who will tell parents, I don't believe you did anything, but this is what I'm being told I have to do. That's frustrating on parents because they're being told one thing of we believe you, and then go into court and the testimony is we think you're an awful parent. And it's like two totally different, people, basically.
There's no winning for these parents.
Attorney Doris Good, who represented both families, says the system moves quickly to permanently take children away from those who won't admit guilt. The argument is they've shown no remorse, and without that, the parents will never change.
It's a catch-22. If they can explain it, they'll say the explanation isn't sufficient to explain the injuries. If they can't explain it, then they'll say it's because it was abuse. From the moment they get in there, they're accused, and there's no way to essentially show their innocence.
But how or why would a parent admit to doing something they didn't do?
You did get it.
Yasmin remembers the day her attorney called with the news. Their juvenile court case was closed. All parental rights restored. And since they didn't face criminal charges, their children were coming home.
I just started crying, hyperventilating, crying.
They had not only been living in fear of losing Eli and Alana, at the time, Yasmin was also 6 months pregnant with Davina.
Eli, hey, you don't have to race, you know that?
Sibling feuds are now just as precious as family fun.
Got everybody here. It's a nice day to play outside. The whole family's together.
I feel grateful and blessed, honestly, and hot.
But appreciating what you have doesn't erase the impact of their separation.
I lost all self-confidence in myself. I no longer thought that I was worthy of my children. And I never thought that I could be a good parent again.
Even though you were never a bad parent.
And when you hear it so often, bad parent, awful parent, you start to believe it. I remember talking to my husband and saying, did I really do that? And he'd be like, no, you didn't. That was made up. And we've been playing Uno since they were itty bitty. So we didn't play for quite some time. Bam! So it's pretty awesome.
The Pucketts say their children were never victims until they went into foster care.
It's impacted them greatly. It impacts how you have relationships with others. It impacts anxiety.
We have no way to verify, but Colleen says she added up the time she saw her girls while they were in foster care. It totaled just 16 days. Because of the case plan and the visitation schedule that they were willing to set up.
Yeah.
Wow.
And that was eye-opening to me on why it was hard for my children and I to connect when they came home.
Yeah.
It was because I didn't know who they were.
I mean, I just remember the first night we were like, are we allowed to let them go play in a room by themselves? Or are we supposed to be right next to them all the time?
Should we let them explore or not?
The Pucketts talked with their girls before agreeing to talk with us. It was a family decision.
That's their story. It's not just mine, and it's not just my husband's. It's our story as a family.